So welcome back to my channel. This is Pink Umbrella talking. So welcome to my video, and in this video today I will be attempting the 10,000 starter house challenge. Yes, you heard it right. I put a link in the description box if you want to attempt it yourself. So basically the lot and the house must not exceed $10,000. So I already have my sim. I'm inputting my cheats, because we will need them. So to access the cheats, you do Ctrl+Shift+C, and then I added testing cheats true, BB move objects, and then money X, where the X I replaced with the amount of money I want my sim to have. So I want her to have 8,500. That way it's as if she started with 10,000 in the beginning. And I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I chose the cheapest lot. So this lot is what, 1,500 in Newcrest, and it's also a very small lot because with this price there's no need in having a very, very large lot, in my opinion. So as you can see, I started with like the foundation, the walls and stuff like that to at least get the general shape of the house, which was what I always do. And okay, for me personally, even though the budget is very limiting, I personally I don't like to use the cheapest of the cheapest objects. You see what I mean? Like, you can already see some items like the doors, for example, where I picked some items that were maybe a bit pricey. And we could have gone even cheaper, but I felt like there was no need for that because I still like, my houses to look nice. No offense to the cheapest objects, but sometimes they're not right. If you know what I mean. So here I am adding the lights and choosing the floor. So I usually get out of the way everything that I know I need to add in this house. For example, the toilet, the floors, the lights. I know that I will need these objects. And as you can see, I don't think I necessarily showed this, but there are some items that are outside the house, which are in my head they would be some nice to have, but I'm not sure if we will have the budget for it. So for the moment, I'm just keeping them outside the house, and I will determine towards the end if I'm adding them or selling them. Alright, so as you can see, I'm almost already done with the bathroom, and I moved on to a different room. I think the bathroom is, I think the kitchen is definitely one of my most favorite rooms to build because there are just so many options and they're pretty awesome. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video that for this challenge, you're not supposed to use any CCs. So this is already this is already inconvenient, obviously. But I get why, sometimes like the CCs, the price are not necessarily accurate. Sometimes some of the objects are very, very cheap. So for this one, I didn't use any CC, which is also nice because when I don't use any CCs, then I can share my creation in the gallery. I was thinking about this and I realized that the color that I use the most for my walls is turquoise, or like blue-greenish. I just love that color. It's so pretty. I love that color. Do you have like a color or a paint that you always use? I bet you all do, but I'm wondering which one it is for you. So tell me in the chat, which colors do you use the most? Or which paints do you use the most? And as you can see, I was being very indecisive about chairs. And it happens to the best of us, right? I think one of the challenges for smaller lots is that you just don't have, or not smaller lots, but like starter houses, you don't necessarily have a lot of money for nicer furniture, nicer showers, nicer everything, you know what I mean? And you don't necessarily have money for decoration either. So obviously you kind of have to get creative with what you create. You have to get creative with the objects, you know? That's when you see, like, sometimes I see people using objects that I never would have used for decoration, but you know, it works. You know, you make them smaller, you change the color or something, you combine them with some other objects, and it just looks nice. Alright, so as you can see, I was already ready to place my windows, because sometimes if you're not careful, you don't have enough money. You don't have enough money to do to place all your windows, and obviously that's not good. I don't know for you guys, but speed builds are so satisfying to watch. It's so satisfying to see the objects moving, and I love it when people use BB move objects, because it's so, like, you can see the objects moving so fluidly. It's awesome. I know it's really random, but I always think that, you know, when you use BB move objects, and then, yeah, whatever. It's so funny because this house is super duper small, but in total, I think it took me an hour to build. But I was streaming at the same time, so I was trying to chat with the people who were watching and interact with them. So, you know, obviously, like, okay, so as you can see, I already placed the roof. I didn't show this part. I'm gonna show how I redid the roof a bit later, because I really struggled. I'm telling you guys, I struggled with the roof. It was insane. All right, so I decided to add a little platform at the entrance, and I decided to put the house a little higher, just a little bit, because I find that sometimes small things like that make the build more realistic, and they make the house prettier, in my opinion, sometimes. Especially because for this lot, I don't think I will have enough money to add some flowers outside, or to add like some gardening stuff, you know what I mean? So you have to be creative and add some different things. This is one of my favorite bookcases. It's so pretty. Like, I would have it in my house. I don't have a house, but I would have it where I live. I think it's very pretty. I like it. Especially with the plants. Oh, it's so cute. And it's really when you start building low-cost houses or starter homes that you realize how expensive the items are. Like, you don't realize until you're actually restricted in terms of budget, because even items like rugs are expensive. Like, I was shook. I was shook. If you like this video so far and you like my build, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, because I will publish a lot more videos like this one. Or please let me know if there are some challenges that you would like me to attempt, because I think that those are so much fun. I also love to create Sims, so if you have any challenges that you'd like me to try, please send them my way. Here, you see what I meant by being creative? You kind of have to use items that were, not that they were not supposed to be used like this, but I guess they were not. But then you kind of have to get creative and, you know, like use them in a different way so that to add some personality to your build. So as you can see, I still have some funds left, and I decided, okay, you know what, I'm gonna keep the towels. So I added them, same thing for the toilet paper roll, so I added them in the house for the moment. So I'm just adding the finishing touches. It would be pretty challenging to do this challenge, but only with base game items. Oof, no, that would be really hard. Okay, so here I am finishing up the roof, and yo guys, I'm telling you, I struggled a lot. I was being indecisive. I was like, okay, no, this is not right. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not that terrible, but I felt like it was terrible. I mean, it's not the best roof I've ever built, and I was just having a really hard time with it. Yeah, I was just struggling. Like, the clip that you see of me editing the roof was at least twice this long, at least. So I feel really sorry for the people who watch my stream, because oh my gosh, this was so terrible and I was so indecisive. But eventually I didn't give up, but I was like, you know what, this is good enough. There you go. All right, so for the final touches, I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna place a tree, but trees are what, 30? So obviously I couldn't afford one, so I had to sell one of the towels in the bathroom. So here I am testing out, making sure that everything works properly. So as you can see, the counter, she could not use the counter to cook. So I had to move the objects around to make sure that she could use it. And it didn't work again. Okay. Don't you hate it when your items don't actually work? They look pretty though, but it's not functional. So as you can see, even the garbage can works, so that's awesome. Thank you so much guys for watching. I've had such a good time making this build. If you're interested in downloading it, please check out my ID in the gallery. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out my Twitch if you're interested. I also play other games, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.